All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Spice and Wolf, episode 10.
Ah, you done goofed. Goofy little
Lawrence
economizer.
broke. Yeah.
Yeah,
And, you know,
You said the thing you'd been thinking.
he said the thing he'd been thinking. He regretted it immediately. Like as the words
Immediately.
escaped from his mouth.
So fast.
Yeah.
Extremely fast.
Because, you know, that jerk was like, hey, why did you fall off the Sigma male grind set, my guy? You know, what's she doing here? Didn't even listen to the stories about how much money she makes him.
That's true. That's true. But the thing
It's
is,
a damn shame.
He took upon himself a debt that he didn't need to take in order to gamble off of a win that he had already made.
Right, and
So
you
rather
could
than
have just done
actually
that
just
with the funds
cashing
that
in-
you had.
Right. Rather than just cashing in on the win, he's like, I'm going to do something honorable that is not going to completely ruin you, but give you the opportunity to make money off of me catching you doing this.
Right.
No, they're going to want to ruin you because you know their secret.
Yeah.
No. Stupid.
Right.
So, nah.
Here you are.
Here we are.
What do you do?
What do? Well, you don't yell at your goddess like wolf
Right.
fox lady.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
That's no. So,
Yeah.
y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, yeah.
Please, I'm begging you. Try to understand where I'm coming from.
Fuck, man.
Money, do ya?
Well, grab those coppers and silvers. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still here.
Holo?
This is one of those, like, I'm not talking to you moments, you know. Yeah.
And not in the usual fun kind of way.
Well. Yeah, fuck off. That means she's awake, though.
Yeah.
She waited up for you.
After all that, I'm still over 40 Lumion short. But I don't know what else to do. Left to my own devices, I would try my luck at gambling.
Yep, saw it coming.
If we're bound to fail anyway,
It can be
may as well
yours.
spend what we have. I've already fallen as far as I can. What's a little more debt now?
You idiot! Come back up at once.
Keep your lover's quarrel down.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear you flirt.
Innkeeper's just like, thank goodness I can finally go to sleep.
Yeah, he's like,
So then, how did you find the money?
You know how.
What would you have done if I had run off and taken that meager excuse for a coin purse?
Consider it traveling funds.
oh.
That's it? You would leave traveling funds? The fault belongs to me alone! You would have had your money were I not present! Why are you not furious with me?
What? He was.
You idiot!
Yeah.
Watch out!
Are you kidding me? That is...
Is that her act?
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, maybe not.
No, it's real. Oh.
You are too kind.
Do you think so?
How could you even doubt it? I forced you to take me along because I was selfish. Since it was my actions that caused this, you should be angrier at me.
Grr, I'm so angry. Grr.
Back there, I thought I'd done something unforgivable, denying your hand when you were trying your best to help me. So now, I want to apologize over and over.
How is it that in spite of everything, you are so kind?
Yep. I seek affirmation. I'm looking to be praised.
Just me.
Oh, really? I refuse to believe this. You're too kind for your own good. You fool! Any male worth their salt should claim that their actions are a sign of affection towards the woman to whom they speak.
Ah, yes, clearly.
Correct myself. I can do it better.
Now cease your prattling.
No game at all. Told you.
And there are times when one wishes to beat another senseless because the lie is spoken too late to matter. Which time do you believe it is now? Nevertheless,
She's
I
wild, I
still
love
hear
it.
those words from
Yeah.
you. So, shall we try again?
Wait.
Tell me how. How do you manage to remain so kind?
I manage because you're so precious to me.
Gotcha, bitch. Oh.
It's like she says, redo. Now, how? Gee, I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, happy.
Happy tale.
I knew this was going to be solved with a hug. I just knew it.
Yeah.
Look at us. What are we doing acting in such a way?
What?
No idea from
What?
Right.
What?
Well, did it not serve as good practice for your future?
As she adjourns to the bed.
Next time, do not try to avoid upsetting me. I am happy you are considerate of my feelings.
Oh.
But problems are oft resolved faster if we allow ourselves to grow angry and argue. I do have an idea in mind for how to use that pittance.
Sex.
Leather and whips.
We'll perform, they already found somebody. We like your vibe, you know.
Oh my
and-
God. We saw you from across the tavern.
So, I hear you have some business with me.
Ah, okay.
Smuggling gold? Do not jest.
This is not a joke. What if the job is done by a skilled person?
Despite how it sounds, your logic only continues to be faulty. If such a person existed, they would have no need for a plan like yours to aid them in making money.
Most importantly, the individual I'm talking about is deeply frustrated with their current employer. And the cause of those frustrations is
Ooh.
And maybe
Yeah.
their employer is the church.
You could have left me out entirely. Why would you not smuggle the gold all by yourselves?
There are two reasons behind that. Firstly, today is the deadline you gave
Yep,
me to have my
yep.
debt of 47 lumi.
So I need time. Extension.
I ran around for an entire day, and this is what I managed to get. 3 2/7 lumion, which I
Jeez.
pray you will allow me to use as
Which is pretty damn good, all things considered.
Well, right. Less than,
Yeah.
less than 3 or 4% of what they need.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
My good sir, do you really have the option to hesitate? It appears yet another person has departed. Should you wait longer, none shall remain in your establishment. The armor market crash has brought your company tremendous losses. They plan to band together. At this rate, your company...
I don't want to hear it.
No, unions! No! They plan to band together. What do you
Yeah.
Are you with us?
Easy. Got him. So smooth.
Yep.
They're practically air fist bumping right now.
Right. Like, the dude's so desperate that it's like, hey, we're perfect for each other. This will be great.
May God watch over our actions in this deal.
No, please not.
How confident are you deceiving that girl?
Could you not phrase it that way?
But is it not the truth?
Unfortunately.
Would you like me to go in your place and cajole her? That seems the minimum use that I could provide.
Are you still troubled by what happened yesterday?
Certainly not.
No.
I'm the one who was blinded by his own greed and traded everything he had for an item that had already crashed in the markets. This is no one's responsibility but mine.
And here I was intending to bury you in debt to me so I could reap the benefits in confectionery treats.
And you almost got me. I'll have to be careful going forward.
Right. You're so dangerous.
Good afternoon.
Look at these little heathens out here not
Yeah.
going to church.
Mr. Lawrence and Miss Hollow?
How fortunate to run into.
Well done, little Christian soldier.
I came today with a job for you.
Oh, you're serious?
We should take this topic elsewhere. I have a little work coming up, and I'd like to hire you. The pay is 20 lumion coins.
You
Whew.
mistaken.
Although, only if we succeed. I need you to take your sheep all the way up to Lamtra, and then you'll come back with them safely in tow. The only thing that you'll need are those shepherding skills you showed us before. With that kind of money, a master tailor position is within reach.
Uh-oh, but she might
Nora's clothing
sense
store.
the
Doesn't having your own
sussiness.
shop sound nice?
All right, hold up. Be the anchor here.
I meant to ask if you were planning to join the association in this town.
Oh no, I was planning on registering in a different town.
She'll be able to talk more freely with Holo gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure
Or
you'd
maybe
like
that's
to
the
put a little
idea.
Distance between yourself and the church around.
There it is. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a shame. They keep trying to catch you in some nefarious plot, so they put your life at risk, constantly sending you where other shepherds would never go. I've had a similar experience myself. Let's not mince words. The priests here are just pigs in robes.
Oh, nice. On her side.
Make
Yeah.
some
Yep.
money causing trouble for the church before skipping town. This is that kind of plan.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've heard that line in an anime.
Yeah.
You see, as I'm sure you know, when it comes to the gold trade, the city has very strict regulations in place.
Right.
So our plan is to hide the gold under the bellies of the sheep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Yep.
That said, the price of gold is exorbitant in any of the towns that are influenced by the market around here. Many people travel the safe route to Lomtra. Not
Right.
to mention, for ages now, it's been the territory of other shepherds.
Perfect.
who went astray. And that's why I came to you.
So that route is what it's all gonna be.
Yep.
Yep.
After we finish this job, we'll all have to leave the city to ensure that we remain safe. For that, you'll earn the reward of 20 Lumion.
Which is a stupid amount of money.
Huh. Easy. She's like, done.
Yeah.
Please let me do this with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Instincts
got
are
it,
good. Yeah.
This is set up just perfectly. Boom. Empty. Done. Here we go.
Glad to be working with you.
Awesome.
Me too.
All right.
Well, shall we discuss the details? No matter the profit, it'll never be worth gambling with someone's life.
Oh, wow. He is a good man. Yeah.
It's normal for merchants to make fools of each other with unfavorable contracts, but she's no merchant. She's
yeah.
just a shepherd.
Our little shepherdess is not the sort of sheep to be hunted down as prey and devoured. She is a daring sheep that chose for herself to jump into a circle of wild animals.
Nice. Yeah. You got a good read on her.
Right. Holo didn't have any tips for you.
Right.
Or have to interfere in that whole combo.
Let's work hard to make sure we can all laugh at the end of this.
I appreciate the sentiment, although, in my eyes, the best outcome would be one where we can laugh alone together.
Oh.
I would rather we all end this happy.
Oh, my God.
You are too kind-hearted for your own good.
Flirt back, my bro.
Yes,
Damn.
yes, she'll be alive, but like,
Bruh.
I'm talking about a happy ending here.
Yeah. Like, literally a happy ending. Dude. All right, our two little heathens have brought about sedition within the church.
I love
and
the Ghost
they're
Stories
here
connection.
to
It's
bring about
so great.
some heretical, lovely, tax avoidant, tariff dodging, good old classic smuggling.
All right, we're gonna take a note from the church and tax evade.
Yeah.
And then the church, hey, stop that!
Wait, that's illegal.
Only we can do that.
yeah. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Now, this was all set up by the root and everything, and with all the stuff with Nora.
Right.
But the idea that this wasn't seen as valuable until the need was basically so dire for Lawrence.
Right, and that's what I like about it, because if it was simply what are they gonna do? I mean, it's very straightforward. It was like the only thing that was established earlier in the arc, as far as like money-making possibilities.
But the idea that Lawrence's debts came into play here and the market crash with the armor and all that kind of set this up. It's cool. So the actual smuggling of money wasn't entirely obvious, but the idea of avoiding tariffs and all that, which was the church's income, by going through a different route is something that was properly foreshadowed. So then they would have to find somebody that can be like, okay, I could benefit from this if you move my money.
And the very people that you're in debt to, well, they're also very desperate, right? Because they got fucked over by it too.
That's probably why they're so also quick to call in your debt as well, rather than own you for a little bit.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
Being like, okay, we will hold on to your earnings of a percentage until a certain amount. So
Yep,
go
and
about
so-
and do your thing. Here's a contract. Would you like your debt to be made manageable so you don't get turned into a slave immediately?
Right. Because without that negotiation, even if Lawrence gets to the point of desperation where he's like, okay, smuggling gold, he wouldn't be able to do it because he doesn't have the capital.
He really
and he
does
doesn't
not.
have the time, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, he has to work with them.
So in some ways, that was another hint that they were desperate, was that they didn't try to leverage the debt against him for more earnings than
Sure.
the actual entire lump sum.
Right.
Because that's what any debt lender or anything would absolutely do, is they would go, well,
Oh.
we don't need the money right now.
We could wait.
Why don't you give us
140?
140% over the course of, a year,
Sure.
than giving us 100% or not even any of that right now, because there's no way you can get it in time.
Right. And so he's like, well, but I have a contact. Cool. And so that's where, the character, of this arc that got introduced is then relevant, cool.
It's nice and efficient and tidy,
Yeah.
but I am really excited to also see them go on a little bit of a travel harrowing journey episode, because we also did set up the mercenaries. And
Right.
that's the part
That's been brought up a few times.
That's the part that I'm the most excited about, is that obviously wolves, cool.
I think Holo. And
I think
Narc
we
and
have a
Halo-
trump card for that.
Yeah.
Just you give me wolves, I give you a wolf goddess who
Right.
just goes, oh, and they all
Oh yeah.
fuck off.
Can you imagine how terrifying it would be economically if Holo stayed here? Because they could get a fairly stable smuggling route probably, and she could make sure that the wolves harry everybody else so that there would be no competition.
Right.
Like he'd just be like, yeah, sorry.
Cornered, yeah.
Oh yeah, that cursed witch girl or something. Oh,
Right, though the church would eventually start to clue in and put really heavy inspections at all the
Right.
gates and stuff.
And so now it's hey, we're just skipping town.
we're gonna get a quick buck
Yep.
and split.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm curious about is that they're going to have to find a way to then give the money to the guy if they're never coming back. So I'm guessing he's going to have somebody that's connected
Well,
to
right,
his
'cause
business
it's-
outside the city that can then bring the money back in without also not being noticed.
So I think it's that they are going to be coming back to the city, right? Because they need to get the gold in. That's where Nora's really helpful, because nobody suspects her. She does that thing with her sheep all the time, right? The sheep have the gold. They take the gold to this guy.
Well, right, but
he didn't have to pay
But
tariffs
in order
on
to
it.
smuggle
Profit.
it with the sheep, you'd have to bring the sheep into the city.
Correct.
But in doing that, you're basically
Right, you're
ending
banking on
your job with the church, because the church keeps the sheep out in the pasture. People don't just bring the sheep into the city.
right. Hence it being something, because what I was also thinking, because I didn't have a perfect memory of how this arc goes down and everything.
Right.
Is I was like, did they actually feed the gold to the sheep? So it would just be there would be a decent amount of gold in the sheep's bellies, and then when they slaughter the sheep, they get it. But not even that, because it's not her sheep, right? And so they just do something, so have a pouch or something, maybe put sheep's wool over the top of it,
Right.
and then just have it there so that way nobody knows.
Yeah.
And then they can also remove it without issue.
Totally. But
Yeah.
this is where we're at. So fun.
Yep.
Fun. Yeah. Okay. So money solved. Next episode basically established here. The relationship between the two. The
Yeah.
idea that, well, Lawrence, you did kind of fuck up, but Holo had been feeling this way for a while. And she'd probably been feeling it not just because she can read your mind and tell that you did genuinely think this for a while before this. That made the banter extra fun, because she could tease you about the, ways in which you're still going to do all these things for her.
Right.
But,
It's the
deep
gesture
down-
of saying things either positive or negative that is what she's getting at.
Well, right, but deep down, there's an insecurity within Holo that ties to some elements of her past, with the way she's done things, in that a lot of the acts of kindness and, synergy that she's had with Lawrence seem to be coming from that place of, I want to be useful. I want to do something here that's going to make this, feel good here. But the fact that you then said it confirmed that it's not just something that he thinks and it's a passing thought or what have you, but it's something that he believes with, frustration and kind of emphasis.
Right. It was able to actually find purchase in that state that he was in, rather than it just being,
right.
know.
In addition to the fact that the merchants did actually judge him differently because she was there.
And
that was the first time, really, I would say, with total emphasis on her, that there was nothing of this that was a team thing. They just judged her. Right. And it wasn't anything to do with Lawrence in that regard.
Not only did she say no, I'm going to come with you, but I believe he was also fairly resistant to the idea, not just as there's the possibility that he had a sense that this could be a possibility, of how it might look to other merchants if, a woman is in tow and all that stuff, right? Him needing to explain the situation to the other person of oh no, she's my business partner. He's oh, okay, but other people might not be
so kind or gracious,
right?
Or
patient enough to actually,
open,
exactly, right. And so that then when she's no, but I made a whole point of going along,
right?
Maybe there's something that she's picking up on that. Oh, okay, good job. You're not saying it because that would hurt, but I can tell that there was that part of you that maybe
I thought it and was frustrated by it.
Right.
Well, it's another thing as well is that she's a very old individual. She's very storied and experienced, but Lawrence is right in that there are some areas of the merchant side of things that he is more experienced than her in.
Right.
Not just in the interpersonal dealing side of things, but in the ways that
specific aspects of his trade rather than general human experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this could have been one that could have been avoided. But, in a lot of ways, because we ended up going this route, things are probably going to go a lot better than if you had taken out another loan to pay for the old loan or something. So
right. Although I think that might be what he's still doing, in that that's the equivalent of getting an extension of, oh, okay, cool, give me another loan. Cool, that loan's paid off. All right, and this one has,
Well, no, totally. But it's the thing of whether or not this amount that he's earning here will be able to pay off all the debt. And I believe it is going to be able to.
Right. And I like how that was brought up of he does have some conflict and consternation over this deal, but it isn't about whether or not it'll be enough to pay it off.
Right. It's the fact that he's kind of cheating her a little bit.
Yeah,
we don't know how much he's actually paying Nora.
He said 20 Lumiones.
Yeah, but it's the idea that
what kind of percentage of the total is that?
Right, he's basically giving her pennies.
Right. Still probably way more money than she has. I would not doubt that she has probably never had a Lumione in her possession that was hers, right?
Probably
because that's gold. That's a lot of money, right?
No, they made a point specifically that in the episode where they talked about her salary, it was extremely low, and it was basically just enough to cover her stuff there. So she's kind of trapped in this job.
And this will fully set her up, right? But, as the person, she is the linchpin without which this would not work.
Yeah, it's the big YouTuber coming in and saying hey, I'll set you up and collab with you and bring you into my what are those not brand deal things, but those MCM multi-content management companies where they're we'll just take we'll give you some startup money, but then we'll take, this percentage of your profits for the rest of your channel's existence or something.
And thankfully, in this case, it's a one and done kind of deal.
No, totally. But it's the whole thing where
she is not a merchant, and as a result of that, Lawrence is profiting off of it. And I like that distinction of him being no. I'm fine with cheating merchants. That's what we do. That's the game.
That's the whole thing.
Right. Everybody's trying that game in their own way, so it's fair, right? But she's not, right? And
and then Holo made the point that no, you shouldn't underestimate her.
Right.
If anything, she's had more experience than most fully grown men. And also she has the inside or the eyes of a predator, meaning that she is not without teeth and she is not without the ability to bite and to take what she needs.
Right. She's used to dealing with the church that are like really dangerous.
Well, they're the main predator of the city.
Yep.
They're the ones that actually have, put everyone in tow.
And she was figuring out how she was going to split from them, right?
Kinda.
When she was providing them a service that like they didn't like her because, witch, whatever, all that stuff. But also she was providing them a service that effectively no one else really was. Like they have other shepherds for different sheep, but like none that they could have be in this. Yeah, she was being set up to die.
And she hadn't changed anything since that had started. So.
Yeah, so she's definitely got the nerves of steel. Even if she might not look like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wolves, fine. Frigid rain, that's fine.
Yep.
Mercenaries, though.
That could be a problem.
That could be a problem. And especially if she just makes the trek with somebody from the city, the church might hear of it, even if they make it safely across, but on the way back.
Sure. And if she's by herself, then it's like she's able to deal with wolves, but what happens if like if Holo's there, mercenaries, okay, cool, she can probably deal with that.
But even then, that's a very big card to play.
Yeah, exactly, right? And
it's a very expensive card.
Yes. Yeah.
So
this will be interesting.
Some fun stuff for next episode. But y'all, if you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.